Yep, there are definitely two elephants in the room right now when it comes to buying a home here in Vancouver, Washington. And I will give you a hint that one of them that I'm going to talk about today does not involve the NAR lawsuit. But you will still see plenty of comments online about this, whether it is on Reddit or Instagram, or even on my other videos here on YouTube. So I've talked about it at length in multiple videos, and that is the homelessness here in Vancouver. But I have to say, I've got good news, and I'm rather impressed at what the city of Vancouver is doing to combat the homelessness in our city. And they are making great strides forward. And that just really makes me happy to see, because it's just such a stain sometimes. So let's get into it. If you don't already know me, my name is Cassandra Marks, also known as Realtor Cass, and I am your guide to everything Southwest Washington, Clark County, Vancouver, and even Portland. And if you are even remotely thinking about making a move to my area here in Southwest Washington, please either send me an email, a text, or a DM on socials at Realtor Cass, and we can see about setting up a call and talking over all your Pacific Northwest and home ownership questions. And I think this improvement in the homelessness crisis is a great thing for our city, our area here in Southwest Washington, and homeowners or future homeowners like yourself. But I'm excited. So on November 3rd, the city manager, Eric Holmes, declared an emergency related to homelessness. And the Vancouver City Council, they decided to ratify this emergency declaration on November 6th. An emergency declaration is definitely a tool that enables, the city to bypass any of those unnecessary procedural delays, and that allows them to swiftly address situations that may cause injury, death, property damage, all those kind of things. And in some instances, these emergency declarations like this one also provide options to recover money spent on critical or emergency issues to protect the public, the peace, the safety, and the welfare of its people. And it is only in the most crucial of situations. And I'm going to throw a lot at you in this video. And as usual, all the links will be down below in the description for further reading. And if you've got questions, obviously reach out. So what is happening since the declaration on November 6th? Well, the Vancouver Housing and Homelessness Strategy Group has three key strategic directions. Number one is to increase the supply of affordable housing. Number two, to encourage a housing mix across all neighborhoods that enhances the quality of life of its residents. And three, to provide strong leadership and support partners to enhance housing stability here in the local area. The city definitely has been working on issuing reports, and the 5th Homeless Emergency Situation Report just dropped on April 17th. And here are some of the updates. I'm so excited. These are so good. I was reading this the other day. And so there's a thing called Community Court. And in March, they identified a new location for their program. And this program is designed to help individuals charged with things like unlawful camping and other livability offenses break down barriers to obtaining housing. With the support from Clark County, they are expanding this very, very successful program to full day, and they're also adding a day to the schedule. This program now operates on Mondays at the Recovery Cafe on East 4th Plain Boulevard, and they're definitely anticipating moving from that location to a new location with extended service hours by summer. Oh my God, that's so good. Next update is on Encampment Cleanups. We drive around, we see it. They conducted cleanups to address sanitation and safety concerns at multiple locations. So Orchards Park West, Burnt Bridge Creek, around the Share House, and also along the East Mill Plain Sound Wall, getting stuff cleaned up. So another update is they're working on improving some data collection so that they can kind of figure out how they're doing. They want to develop a better system to track the calls for services related to homelessness through the Vancouver Fire, Police, and CRESA. And the new data will be used to track their progress over time and measure the success of the efforts relating to the homelessness emergency. Okay, so now we have some updates on the safe stay communities. And these are areas with these little buildings. They're kind of white. They're big enough for like a twin size bed on one side and like a few belongings on the other. And there currently are 4 of them in operation here in the Vancouver area. And the first one is called the Outpost. And there were 4 previously unsheltered residents that have moved in. Residents attended an interviewing skill class at the YMCA. 1 resident celebrated 4 months of sobriety and a promo from part-time to full-time work. They also planted some seeds in their community garden and are excited to see some flowers popping up here in the spring. All really cool. Next up is the Hope Village. It's the 2nd safe stay location, and in here, 1 person exited to actually stable housing. 6 new previously unsheltered residents moved in. They developed a new partnership with the YWCA focusing on referrals for residents who have experienced domestic violence, which I think is really cool. So then 415 West, that's the 3rd safe stay location, and 8 people are on deck to transition into housing. 4 exited to stable housing. 3 obtained employment. 1 couple, after having achieved and sustained sobriety here, is working on reunification with their children and now have unsupervised visits with them. That's so good to hear. Also, partners at the Humane Society are donating pet food and supplies and connecting residents to spay and neuter services for their pets. Number 4 is the Kiggins Village safe stay location. This one opened in December of 2023. So 6 people exited to housing. 1 resident went to detox. They installed a dog run for the residents' pets. Also, there is the Road to Home. It's a safe park where people who may have RVs or automobiles that they are living out of, and the updates given on these are looking good too. So 2 residents there transferred from a vehicle to more substantial shelter. 1 resident exited to transitional housing in Portland. 11 people moved out of a Vancouver safe stay safe park and into housing in February alone. So they've also received funding support from the Healthcare Authority to provide rental assistance for those which might have behavioral health barriers. Also, Vancouver hired a new HART, H-A-R-T, police officer, which is the homeless assistance and resource team helping out the team do these response calls. There is also a community response team, so that's kind of cool. And with that, they have completed 16 in-person response calls regarding to people experience a medical concern, whether it's mental health issue or a substance abuse crisis. They're also now providing direct outreach to unsheltered individuals at 5 different local service providers at least once a week. So this is all such great news, and I'm so proud of our city for doing something to make a difference and taking action for a cleaner, safer space, strengthening of resources, and amplifying their outreach efforts to help our community. So it's not all doom and gloom, and I'm not saying we don't have a housing issue still, but Vancouver is looking forward and working towards change, one day at a time, and hopefully, if you are thinking about making a move here to Vancouver, no, it's a work in progress, but they're doing something. So this update does bring up another point that has been rearing its head in the news, and it is that of squatters and squatters' rights. So check out this video before you make your decision to move here. You might find Washington's outlook on it a little unexpected. I was there too. So again, my name is Cassandra Marks, also known as Realtor Cass, and I'm a farmer with a wee little real estate problem. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Hope you found this video informational, and until I see you again, bye.